Ethereum is crashing, the price is coming down. We need to prepare ourselves for the worst case scenario. If you saw my video, if we look at the screen on August 27th, you would have seen the title, Ethereum to drop below 25,000 within the next month. See why. And now it's just playing out. Some of you thought I was crazy. Some of you commented, you know, Jagir, if this doesn't happen, are you going to remove this video? Because it's unlikely, because there's so much bullish news around Ethereum. However, the technicals override the fundamentals short term. The psychology of the markets, we can see it right here. We said it on the 27th of August. So today we're going to do a nice clean update on Ethereum. The price has come down, but now we need to have a nice objective opinion of what's likely to happen next. So if you like today's content, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. It does really help me because YouTube recognizes that you like my content and it shows it to more people, and people need to see this. If you don't know me by now, my name is Jagir. I'm the award-winning author of The Extraordinary New Venture Capital Opportunity, How to Invest Like a Pro. Been trading currencies for over 15 years, featured in the best-selling book, High Probability Trading Strategies, back in 2008. But now I exclusively focus on crypto, and we want to look at the market. So here we go. We said it clearly. The market did move up a bit more when we did this video, but now we've seen this very, very deep correction, right? So we're going to zoom right the way in. There's a few things that we need to be very aware of. Very, very, very aware of. Firstly, this is a daily chart. What we're going to do is we are going to quickly jump into a weekly chart, right? Top left-hand corner is where I keep my weekly. Just means each piece of new data is based on a week. And the momentum is the key part here. This blue line is below the red. I use something called the stochastics RSI. It's a very powerful indicator that just helps us see where the market tops, the momentum changes. So now we're going to go into the daily chart again. What we're always looking for is a confluence of events. That means 3 to 4 things that are telling us the same thing is likely, because we are not in the certainty game, we are in the probability game. And we want the probability to be in our favor so we can act with the edge. Casinos, the casino business always wins ultimately because the edge is in their favor. And sometimes it's as little as 4% edge and the casino wins. For you to become the casino, for you to have the edge, you want the probability to be in your favor. So we're looking at pattern. So we're using Elliot wave. We're looking at price. We're looking at Fibonacci. We're looking at time, also Fibonacci. And we're looking at momentum, the momentum. If 3 to 4 of those things suggest something is likely, then it's likely. And we want to go with that movement as well. And by the way, if you haven't taken my free Elliot Wave and Fibonacci masterclass, it's in the link below. I've created it for you so you can not only get more from my videos, but you can apply it real time so you can prepare and make better decisions. So what's likely to occur next? Now let's just focus on this part of the market here, right? I believe we are making actually a wave 4 macro correction. Because look, Elliot wave mimics Bitcoin. And if you saw my Bitcoin updates recently, you know, if I just pull it up, Bitcoin is likely, like we pegged it to the T, likely to make this low down here, this movement down here, right? And if it does, then it retests that 30,000, it's going to panic the markets and there's going to be panic selling. And Ethereum is also going to be affected by that. So as opposed to this being a ABC correction, you know, this looks like right now, if we were just looking at this section of the market, this looks like an ABC correction, right? Textbook ABC correction. However, we need to take the macro picture into account. The weekly momentum, top left, is bearish. So we should expect sideways to down for 2 to 3 more weeks. 2 to 3 more weeks. That's going to be devastating for the markets, devastating. So you need to prepare for the worst, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. So we're in this zone, but I think we're going to go a lot deeper. Firstly, I think we're going to get to being more towards actually 1.618, which will officially be below $2,500. That's what I was basing my original video on back on August 27th. Ethereum to drop below $2,500 within the next month. Within the next month. It's not what I wanted to happen, but it's just highly probable and I had to prepare, and I want you to prepare for the same thing. But what I think is going to occur is a 5-wave sequence, something like this. We'll finish on a wave 4 of a wave, something like this. and it's been due for a while, and there's going to be a few parts of the market probably now, whilst the momentum, daily momentum is bullish in the sense of the blue lines looking like it's going to go short term above the red, this part down here. So you can have a window of opportunity to, if you're still in profits, you can still lock some in, and then the market will likely move down to the typical wave 3 zone, and then there's normally a bit of a breather on the upside. You have another opportunity to take some profits, and then I think this is going to devastate the market if it does happen like this fifth wave. So we want to be really, really aware. Ethereum is a powerhouse, it's the future. However, there's a lot of competition, but more than that, short-term speculation, profit taking, right? If we just look at the macro picture, we did this with Bitcoin. It looks like it's playing out. I think it's going to play out like this. So even if we just get rid of these lines, what I'm thinking is it looks like we got this happening. This was 2017. We had this complex correction, very long. And then we've had this amazing ride up. Look at that, right the way up to a wave 3. Typical wave 4 happens in 3 corrections, 3 waves, 1, 2, 3, or an ABC. I'm anticipating that. And then I still believe we are going to finish the year on an absolute high. We're going to get some amazing bullish behavior, to finish the year off. Often you'll get panic buying towards the end, so there'll be a nice tail off for 1 to 2 weeks, and we want to be prepared for that. But right now, we're in defense mode, literally in defense mode. Protect your money, protect it. So if you got profits, just look, it's okay to take profits. It's okay to avoid taking a loss. Down here, we're probably going to get a lot of buying opportunity if it unfolds like this. If, and it is if, because we're in the probability game, not in the certainty game. So prepare yourself. Anything else that I want to cover with you? Nope. All I'm saying is, right now, just a loop. We are probably going to get the momentum moving sideways to up, but the pattern is going to override, right? The psychology. So the overall movement is down. The weekly is down. The weekly momentum is down. So even though you got the daily going up, on the next reversal will probably be the next aggressive move to the downside. And be just prepared for the worst case scenario. I think it's going to be very similar to April. This move to the downside, we're seeing it already in the markets, but I think it's just the beginning, it's not the end. I think we're going to have around 2 to 3 weeks of this, early to October. So just prepare yourselves and do what you need to do. So there you have it. Let's finish on a quote. It's a relevant quote. It's from Warren Buffett. He says it nicely. I said it in my last video and I'm going to say it in this video. Rule number 1 when it comes to investing, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. There's 3 positions when it comes to investing. There's buying, there's selling, and there's standing aside. That means sitting on your hands, not being an investing or a trading junkie, feeling like you need to be in the markets, and just wait patiently. If it unfolds like this, Ethereum and Bitcoin, a lot of the top 10, top 20, top 50, top 100, all crypto is going to be on a massive discount. When everyone thinks the market is over, the bull run is over, more and more fear, uncertainty, and doubt news, it's going to be crazy. That's what I think. That's what happened in April. That's when you want to have a chunk of change where you can go, right, let me pounce on these opportunities, and that hard work and that patience will pay off, likely to pay off, high probability, because if we do finish off the year on a very high, what I'm seeing over here as this real bullish finish to the year, then I think a lot of gains are going to be made. And a lot of the moves, 20%, 80% of the moves will happen in the last 20% of the market, of the bull run. That's what you want to be really, really aware of. And if that does occur, then you need to act now and prepare for that. So if you like today's video, it really helps me. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I'm thinking of creating some YouTube members areas, YouTube allows for memberships, because I want to do this more live streams. I would love to hear what you want. Is it live streams? I'm not quite sure what you want and need, because sometimes when I film my content, this video, I don't often release it on the same day. It's not the 1 or 2 or 3 days. And in my private groups, they get instant access. But do take my free masterclass as well, because look, it just shows how powerful this stuff is. And if you saw my last Bitcoin update, it was just perfect. We just pegged it perfectly. All right, see you soon. Have a great day. Take the necessary action. Stay well. See you soon.